Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. They're both ready to harvest. I could drive all the way down there and do that. I really don't actually want to. Like, I gotta be honest, I really have lost my enthusiasm for doing those grapes there. I'm gonna leave them. I'm not gonna worry about them. We've done them a few times. It's slow and sedate. I can't, we can't speed it up the kind of ways that I want to. And yes, I can speed up the other jobs on there if I got round to actually making the machinery a bit wider. But generally speaking, I don't want to be doing it. I have other things that I want to do. Like this. This one's going to take a minute. We need that one to finish up. So I'm going to go to you. Start up. And we don't... Oh, we have got a pallet. 2 pallets that have now spawned. So I'm going to get those 2. And I'm going to start gathering up some of the other stuff that we've got here so that we can go and sell it. Cakes are the one thing that take a really long time to process through and sell. So it's 15,000 litres of cereal right there. We've got some pallets of pancakes. Not pancakes, pizzas rather. Some pallets of donuts over here. Not very many pallets of donuts, but we got some. And then we can come on round here and we can load up a few pancakes. I don't know how many pancakes we can get. Oh, that one's now completely loaded. So we will move to the rear trailer and we'll load that one up as well. So just want to move on forward a little tiny bit. There. And then back up. And we'll get the rest of these pancakes get loaded up. I don't know how many we're going to get. A few. I thought that was going to be it, but it's not. It's still going. Okay, we have now got all the pancakes. Then we can go up here and we can start loading up this. We've got ketchup. So there's 4 pallets of ketchup. I think I did change the numbers on the pallets of ketchup to the same as the pallets of mayonnaise. So there's that bit, and then I want to go up this way, and I can get a little bit more cereal up here. I think that's it for pallets. So I like the idea of putting everything through a factory. I like the idea of processing everything and then only selling processed products. And I kind of want to keep doing that for the next series as well. So we can only sell things after they've been processed by at least 1 step. However, eggs, it does get a bit difficult. Like, we'll have to really ramp up mayonnaise production if we're going to set that as a rule for the eggs. And also, there's a few other things like lettuce right here you can't do that with. So mostly we want to be doing... Look at all of this stuff we got. This is insane. There's 5,000 litres of bread. We've got pizza marinara. Several different pizzas. Potato gratin. I've got 11,000 litres of potato gratin right there. 20,000 litres of cereal. 5,000 of each of the different donuts, pancakes. We've got like 8,000 syrup ones, plain ones are 7,000, 90,000 litres of mayonnaise, 20,000 litres of ketchup. This is absolutely mad. This is just absolute madness, I tell you. So I'll undo that one, and undo all of those, and undo all of those. Okay. And now we will slowly whiz our way across here. So this front trailer load should actually unload pretty quickly because it's all of the stuff out of the potato factory, and I've set those all to be identical. This next lot is a little bit more tricky, and we've got cakes, and for some reason the cakes are a lot slower. And also I've now got a pallet of donuts that's lying on its side there, which isn't working. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, they've all gone through. Most excellent. And all of that lot there. And it seems that the lettuce is the slow one. Right. So that's, I think, what have we got? Did we have 300,000 there already? Have we made 300,000 from this, or is it not that much? 306,000 litres. That's actually pretty good. I'm pleased with that. Okay, that car clearly seen me pulling out there and then decided that it was just going to go anyway because it's an anarchist. Well, that's fine. I'm an anarchist too. Just not always. There's a time and a place for anarchy, and now is not it. We will come in through here. Has the honey finished spawning? The honey has finished spawning. Right, now we can load up the honey. So we go to you, and I turn that one on. We get this in tight against here, and that should allow us to pick everything up. And then we'll go up and we'll get the eggs as well. So that is one complete full trailer load of honey. And then there is another trailer load of honey. We've got one pallet of lettuce right there. There is actually some strawberries, and we could spawn out some strawberries. Let's see what else we've got that we can spawn out. Right, there's a few things that we've got that are just on distribute only. So it's not going to be those. Olive oil right there. I could distribute I could spawn out 150,000 litres of olive oil, and I've got 28,000. All right, we'll do that. So let me go to you, change output mode to spawn right there. That's spawned a few pallets. We will go here. Onions. Peppers, cucumbers, all of these things are crops that we've been using. The tomatoes, no, because the tomatoes are distributing as fast as possible, and the lettuce is already in there. The wheat flour, definitely not. That's distributing. The grapes in here, no. Maple syrup, no. Right. Butter, cheese, and chocolate are actually distributing faster than I can produce them. So we don't want to do that. The olives in here, no, we don't want to do anything with those. These down through here. What about the sugar? Nah, it's not worth it with sugar. Honestly, it really isn't. But those ones, we'll do that. And then now we've got a whole load of extra pallets that we can go and get. So I'm going to go up here first, and I'm going to gather up all of the eggs that I can pick up. Our combine is still going. We're on 34% full with sunflowers over there. We'll run up through here. So I'm only doing this because today is like the last day, and we want to get all of the money that we can from the farm, and then we will use all of this money to pay off our loan and then see how much money we can take with us. The sunflowers are very nearly almost finished up there. I'll bring you around like that. There's our eggs, and then I will go back down here and start a couple of squash chickens right there. Not squash, no chicken pancakes. We don't do chicken pancakes. That's not something that we do. No chicken pancakes to be seen. It's a figment of your imagination. And I bring you down through here. So strawberries and all of these things, they're going to take a while for us to gather up and then spawn onto the lorry and actually process. So I'll take this full lot here. The eggs is definitely going to be the winner as far as the money is concerned, but we already know that. So I'm really thinking that 10,000 chicken pens is going to be about right, because then it's going to be about 600,000 litres of food for us to be able to do that, and then we can always expand later on and have more of them. I will get a 60,000 cow pen, because that's going to be, I think, interesting to try and keep up with. Like, as the numbers of cows start to grow, it's going to become ever more perilous with our keeping up with the feed. And like, it doesn't matter massively if you don't keep up with the feed. It just kind of does a bit. What I'll do is I'm going to stop. I want to see what one lorry load of honey does. So I'm just going to get to there, and then I'm going to let it register. 90, so 100,000 it's October at the moment, and yeah, we're selling all year round rather than waiting for the best prices. But 100,000 euros for one trailer load of honey, that seems pretty good to me. Like, as far as things go, like in the grand scheme of things, 100,000 euros for one trailer load of honey, that seems actually pretty good. And it's not like we actually have to do any work for the honey, which is also why I'm wondering whether or not we should have honey in the next lot. Because it feels almost a bit skewed. A little bit unfair. I mean, we have had to invest a lot of money in that. Like, the beehives that we've got put down, we've spent millions on these beehives. Absolute millions. There's 1.1 million euros there from all of that stuff. We'll go back through again. This time we are... go... there, turn that one on, and that one. Right. And now I want to spawn all of the vegetables out of the greenhouses and load all of these up. Now, I think they're in, like, 2,000 litre pallets, something like that. There is a lot of these vegetables here to load up. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to drive all the way down here and have 3 trailers laid out next to it all, and it's at this end of it that it's spawning, so I can bring the trailer down to that point, and it will load the back trailer, it will load the front trailer, and then once the front one is filled, the cucumbers will move back a little bit and start loading that middle trailer. So the front one is now loaded. All the strawberries have come out, and apparently so have all the cucumbers. So we can move on up, and we've got the peppers. 24,000 peppers already. 25,000 litres of strawberries. Is there any more for the peppers? No, I think that's it for the peppers. So it's just the onions that we need to load up. And I got 56,000 litres of cucumbers in here, which is an insane quantity of cucumbers to have, it must be said. There we go. Onions. I'm not happy with all the onions that we've got going on here. They have... so I got 34,000 litres of onions on there. I got those as well. So what else did we have that needed to be spawned out? There was nothing else. Oh, it was the oil. The oil was the last thing. There's a few odd pallets here. Helper, the AI worker has finished. So I'm just going to go over to that one in a second. And we will move down to the next field. It's the very last field. This will be it. There will be no more fields. There will be no more harvesting. That will all be finished. So what I'm going to try and do here... get that bit. Okay. That didn't quite go according to plan, but I'm sure it'll be fine. What I was going to try and do was just get like the end of the field here, and then set the hired help running up the side of the field on this side, and see if it can just go and do that without running into trouble, because there is a tree part way down that looks like it's right on the edge of the field, which may not necessarily be very good. So we'll set the hired help going here. That tree might be one that is spawned in, that looks like it's there when it's not actually. Oh no, it's not. That tree is actually there, and it definitely shouldn't be. That's one that I have had there previously and then didn't cut. He slowed down a little bit when he got near that tree. So what I will do... see, he's wiggling here a little bit. Not entirely happy with how it's doing. And he didn't quite make that jump. Oh, wait, that's the hired help. The hired help was able to reverse off of that. That surprised me. I didn't think it would. And I will start up again. We'll run down here. Get this bit. I've got a couple of eggs left there on that lorry. I might just stick those in with the mayonnaise factory, because we don't need to like be seriously greedy with getting everything. We just want to make sure that we got most of the things that we want to get. Bring you up here, and I'm hoping then that hired help will now just be able to go and finish this field. So you can go that way and do that. I will go... Oh, you know what? Let me just go here. I'll reverse up on here. I have 58,000 litres of eggs. And almost 20,000 litres can go in there. Right, that's fine. And then we will go over to you. So that front trailer is done. The second trailer is done. The third trailer, we will take a couple pallets right there. I will run on round here. So we've got some pancakes to pick up. We've got a pallet of donuts to pick up. There's a few small things that we want to be just grabbing here a minute. That one. There's a pancake one. There's 2 lots of pizzas. And then there's a whole load of oil. Oil is the very last thing. Get all of that one. And then up round here. Okay. Is the oil all spawned out or what? Let's have a look. Olive oil. 28,000. 4,000. Oh, right. All of the oil has actually spawned out. I don't know how much I've got on there. Olive oil, 4,990. Wait. Is olive oil pallets 4,990 each? That's a weirdly specific quantity. I'm not sure why it's that. I wouldn't have set it to that. That's not something I would do. I would find that to be a rather distressing number, to be honest. I would never actually do that myself. Alright, let's see what we get for all of these vegetables and everything. We got loads of stuff here. Yeah, we got thousands and thousands and thousands of litres. The idea wasn't actually to be selling any of these as... Oops. Yeah, take all of that off. The idea wasn't actually to be selling any of these as just crops like this. I didn't intend to do this at all. What I intended to do was the greenhouses would just fill up with all of the produce that they can have, and then that would be it. There would be no more produce coming from the greenhouses at all. That would be a hard limit. They would just sit there and stay completely full and never actually change. It's not quite worked out like that. Well, it would have done if we'd stayed in the series and stayed doing that. But as it is, we'll just sell off the surplus here and we'll see what we can get for it, because I'm kind of curious. Are you not curious? Are you not a little bit curious about what we can get for all of this? And that one thing of... It didn't actually give me a registered total there, which is awesome. I didn't want it to. I think it's strawberries at the back there. Slowly getting through several of those. Okay, there's the strawberries, and then we're starting in on the onions at the front. Just slowly move. There we go. Right, now I can bring that down a little bit faster, and that will engage the final trailer. There we go, got the last of those, and then I can bring in that bit, just like that, and all of these pallets should now sell. Slowly, slowly. Are they going to actually drop the top ones without me? No, they're not. I've got to actually physically move in order for them to do that, and then they will go. And it's strawberries that are definitely the slowest. That's got to be... I'm going to have to do something about that. Although I don't normally sell strawberries and stuff, do I? There we go. 180... After all that, all I got was 184,000. I realise that 184,000 is a fair bit of money by some people's standards. But when you're used to pulling in almost €1,000,000 at a time from selling a couple of eggs, it tends to skew your view on things. I think we're... honestly, I think the eggs have spoiled us in this series. There will be a change to the eggs. We will have to feed the chickens ourselves. That is going to be the significant change in the next series, is having to feed the chickens ourselves. And that change, I think, is going to be quite... it's going to be the key to how the series progresses. Because this one, like, we've bought everything and we've done everything. We've built all of this farm up mostly on the back of those eggs. They are what has done it. And I want a more balanced playthrough. I want to be able to sort of have more of everything rather than it all relying solely on just one thing being the bit that sort of makes or breaks us. Bring all of this oil in here. So the oil is probably a good one to actually sell. I mean, yes, we get it straight from the olive greenhouse, essentially, and then it gets turned into oil. But even by 360,000, that's actually 350,000, sorry. 350,000, that's actually pretty good. But the oil, because we get the olives out of the greenhouse and then it gets processed, we can just sell the oil. And yes, I know we're using the olive oil for other things, but it really is insane the speed at this. So I think that the olives is something that will make us a bit of money in the future. At least the olive oil. That's brilliant. Like, seriously, that is just insane, the speed that goes across the field. This is the last thing that we need to do, so while this one is working its way through this, we definitely need this to be wider. Like, the 70 kilometers an hour is beautiful. It is a thing of beauty, but we definitely need this header to be wider than it is. I mean, look at it. It's got to be wider than this. Because despite this wonderful, wonderful speed, the next field, the next map has got hills in it. This thing's going to end up launching itself into low orbit. It really, look at it. we're just going to have it's going to be like a combined satellite that's just going to orbit overhead every like couple of days. The combine will pass overhead as it continues on its current trajectory around the planet. It's kind of, oh, I love it. I absolutely love this thing. It is a thing of beauty. Anyway, I'm just going to pay off the last of our loan because we have now got the money for it. We've got 3.5 million now. Look at this. This is beautiful. So let's pay all of this off. 0. We have paid everything off, and we still have 2,400,000 euros left in the pot. This field is taking a little bit longer than I thought. I'm not sure that I can be bothered to wait for it to finish. I mean, we've seen harvesting. We know what harvesting is like. It would actually be nice to finish it up. Like, we've only got a few strips. Let's finish it up. We'll do it. I'm not going to leave it. It would leave a bad taste in the mouth if I left the series with something unfinished. I mean, yes, I know I've left straw on the ground, and I do accept that, but I still refuse to pick it up because I'm lazy. He's almost finished. He's got the last run to do, but he started reversing up the field, so I think there was a scary tree there somewhere. So we'll bring him on round and drop that in, and then send him on his merry up across the field. We've got probably be 90% full when we reach the very end. We'll run this over to the store and dump it in there and keep it for now, and then that will be used, well, it would be used for things like the mineral feed and things like that. But that is the end of this series. I have now done everything that I wanted to do on here. Well, for the most part I have. I did sort of talk about having the entire map and more chickens and more cows and stuff like that, but it's going to take a while for us to actually build up to that, so I feel that moving on to pastures new and attempting the same kinds of challenges in a different environment might be a better option for us, and maybe we can have new challenges as well. Right, that is everything done there, and that's it. So I'm going to take this, I'm just going to put it into storage. Nothing else to say, really. I will await your decision on whether we should take our money with us. I'm thinking I'll probably need 400,000 in moving costs, and we'll end up starting a new series with 1 or 2 million euros. I'm not quite sure yet. It'll be something like that. I want to balance it reasonably well, and then we'll build up and we will go insane with everything if I can. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. If you've enjoyed this whole series, then all of the same still applies. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.